Judy on the radio, building dreams and achieving more, telling it just like it is. Most of all, keeping it real. Are you ready for real talk? Changing lives and communities. Real talk. Saving all our families. Real talk. Bringing hope for you and me. Real talk. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.
Well, welcome again to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. And we're here celebrating Women's History Month. And we're so glad that you tuned in. We want you to go ahead and invite everybody to come on and join us in this great show for today. Well, I am Dr. Judy, your Real Talk hostess, and thank you for being with me. Today, Tuesday, March 9th, 2021. As I stated, it's Women's History Month right here on Hallelujah 95.3 FM. Facebook Live, Instagram, YouTube at Real Talk with Judy Live Radio. I want you to take a few minutes if you're on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube and share it. Give me some hearts and share it now. Share it on your page, on the radio, at your desk or wherever you are. Please contact your family and friends and let them know that the Real Talk with Judy show is on right now. And we're talking about real issue with real people who have been there and done that. Real conversation and useful information. Just keeping it real with the Real Talk with Judy show. Also, I want you to hurry up and get them there now. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I invite you to do so right now. Today, right now, if you would please, at the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. If you have not liked my Facebook page, I would like for you to do that as well. Just take a few minutes, please, if you would be so kind, and do it now at the Real Talk with Judy show. I want to say hello to my mom, Mother Dr. Irma Hunter Wesley. She's the reason I am who I am. And to my awesome, amazing, and wonderful husband, Superintendent Gerald Mandrell, the senior pastor of Life Changers Church of God in Christ. He's the reason I get to do what I do. And to my amazing staff, I want to thank you for helping me to deliver an award-winning show. And to you, the great audience, my sister Tanya, Doris Strong, Maggie, Angus, who is my PR person in the UK over in Scotland. I want to thank you so very much. And to everybody, thank you so much. And to all of the business partners that we have, I want to thank you for being with me. Thank you for providing your investment and partnership with the Real Talk with Judy show. Today, and they're being screened down. They're being screened down on the bottom of the screen there. You are the wheels that help the Real Talk with Judy show keep going. And if you have not become an investing partner yet, I invite you to do so by visiting my website at www.realtalkwithjudy.com. So this month, for the month of March, we are celebrating Women History Month, History Making Sister Girls. My co-host for this awesome month, my co-host is a woman on a mission. She is the CEO and founder of Swellcorn and co-founder of Women Wednesday. If you have not become a part yet, I want you to go ahead and let's join up for Women Wednesday as we become women on a mission. I want to welcome, without further ado, the one and only, my friend, my sister girl, Barbara Westcott.
Hey there, Judy, or sister. So nice to see you this morning, and thank you so much for letting me co-host with you this amazing month, Women's History Month.
Oh,
and I have to, and where, I think about, I'm the founder of Women Wednesdays. We're on a mission to make Tallahassee a #1 city for women. And it's an honor to be able to do it with you because I know how much you do and mean to the community. So thank you for everything you're doing.
And thank you, Barbara. We're all in this together, right? We're all in this together, making it happen. I see Dr. Johnson has come on. She's in from Pensacola. To the Matt Bride is on, and so many more. We thank all of you all for tuning in. Well, we have this morning, I am excited and honored to welcome. I have the pleasure, the privilege to present to some and introduce to my audience some distinguished guests, women that I believe are worthy of celebration. These women are right here in our city. They're here right here in Tallahassee doing some amazing things. And I believe, Barbara, that they really are worthy of celebration. I am appreciative of every last one. Hello, Cindy from Scotland, and Alexis. Hello. We're so honored to have everybody. My first guest, please help me welcome the Assistant Secretary of the Florida Department of Juvenile Justice, the one and only Assistant Secretary, Alice B. Sims.
Good morning. Good morning. Nice to be here. Thank you so much, Dr. Mandrell, for inviting me. And thank you so much, Miss Westcott, also. I'm so excited to be here. And do you want me to just go ahead and talk about myself?
No, ma'am. I'm going to bring your other sisters in. And then, but you know what? That might be a good idea. Go ahead and say a little bit about yourself, Miss Alice, and then we'll bring the other ones in. I think that's good. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Well, first of all, to the audience, Dr. Mandrell, I mean, she's celebrating women, but I tell you what, Dr. Mandrell has been such a role model and mentor to all of these women that you're going to see today. And I'm just thrilled to be a part of these sister girls. First of all, just to let you know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't from my wonderful husband of 38 years, Ernie Sims Jr. Wow. My husband, I tell you, before we even met Dr. Mandrell, before we got married, we knew God had called us to the youth ministry. Yes, we started working together at a church, Eastern Baptist Church, before we even got married. And I will tell you what, God placed that burden, God placed that passion in our heart to work with young people. And that's what we've been doing for over 40 years, giving our hearts and souls for young people. And I will tell you, Dr. Mandrell, I'm all about family. And I will tell you this, when you think about Alice B. Sims, number one, I'm all about family. My family is what makes me happy. My family, if my family is happy, I'm happy. But when I talk about family, I'm not only talking about my husband and my children, and I'm not only talking about my sisters and my immediate family. I'm talking about my work family, the Florida Department of Juvenile Justice, where I work every day. And our secretary allows me to use my talents and my gifts to implement programs and services for children to keep them out the juvenile justice system.
Yes.
Because we are doing everything we can to keep children in school, to keep children in sports, to keep children doing positive things and not being in a detention center. And so that's my family also, my DJJ family. Then I think about my community family. When I think about the Way Ministries, which is a nonprofit organization that my husband and I started back in 1995. And Dr. Mandrell, the Way stands for Winning America's Youth. That's our vision. That's our mission, is to win America's youth. And I will tell you, one of the components of the Way Ministries is the Capital City Christian Cruisers Track Club. And for many years, we work with young children in low-income housing, children who never would go out of Tallahassee.
Wow.
And we formed a youth track and field club through AAU Track and Field. And those young people travel to Detroit, Michigan, to Miami, Florida, to Cleveland, Ohio, to Des Moines, Iowa, exposing our youth to positive environments.
Yes.
That's what Alice B. Sims is passing that baton of opportunity See, because as an athlete myself at Florida State University, running on relay teams, I love running relays because it's a team. Each of us have a baton of opportunities in our hand.
Wow.
It's our responsibility to pass that baton of opportunities to whoever we've been called to serve. And our mission is young people. And
Wow.
since we pass that baton on to our own son, Ernie Sims III. And so he started a foundation by passing the baton to him called the Ernie Sims Big Hits Foundation. And through that foundation, we have served thousands of children, providing scholarships, providing fitness programs, sports camps. That's what we do. That's what I want people to know about Alice B. Sims, is that she gives her life for young people, trying to keep them in positive environments, trying to keep them from being exposed to bullying, cyberbullying, being exposed to suicide. It is our responsibility, and I take it very seriously, that when I wake up every day, it's a ministry for me to see what I can do to impact young people's lives. And I give heart and soul for that. That's what Alice B. Sims is all about.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Real Talk with Judy show, the one and only Alice B. Sims. And y'all, she has so much. Thank you so very much for being here. She was a track star at Florida State. She's been put into the the Hall of Fame. Just so much. Thank you so very much for being with us. Next, we have the one and only, one of the hardest working women I know, who very pleasant personality and spirit. I want to bring to the front. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the one and only Miss Catherine Register.
Hi, Dr. Judy. Thank you, Barbara. I'm so happy to be with you all today.
And so I know that a lot of people don't like talking about themselves. I tell you what, I'll bring in the other ones and then we're going to come back. How about that? And
Sounds
next,
good.
ladies and gentlemen, I want you to welcome, this lady is powerful beyond words. I've been in service with her. I've seen her operate. And I want you all to know, I follow all these ladies on their Facebook page. I look at them and I read Miss Sims' info. The one and only, LaQuisha Persack.
Good morning. Good morning. I am so happy to be here. Barbara, Dr. Judy, thank y'all for having me.
We're so glad to have you. Thank you for being here. Then we bring to the front the one and only. She's quiet and powerful, making things happen. She's the CEO of Financials, and if I didn't say it right, she would get it right for me. The one and only, beautiful smile, beautiful spirit, Miss Morgan Evers.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. It's an absolute honor to be here with y'all and to be on this panel with these other amazing women. And I'm excited for what the next hour holds.
We thank you so very much for being here, Morgan. Last and definitely not least, we have the one and only. I call her the voice, the one and only Miss Dr. Marcella Torres.
Having a few technical difficulties.
Okay, that is not Marcella. That is my production manager. But Dr. Torres will be on as soon as she get that technical difficulty taken care of. Well, ladies, you are sister girls. You all are worthy of celebration right here today on the Real Talk with Judy show, and we celebrate you all.
Absolutely.
So each of you will receive a certificate worthy of celebration. You all will get that beautiful certificate, and you're going to have a special delivered gift given to you. And I'm not going to tell you what that one is yet, but it is going to come to you because you are worthy of celebration. And I want you all to know that. And your certificate is going to say a certificate worthy, a woman worthy of celebration. So as we continue in this, so many people have problem introducing themselves because they don't want to, sing whatever. But it is good when you can talk about yourself. Tell people what you want them, as Miss Sims just did, what you want people to know about you. Tell them your heart. Tell them who you are. So we have an audience listening today and watching today. Some people know you, some people do not. Catherine, we're going to start with you for about 3 minutes or so. Y'all let the audience know, who are you and what you want them to know about you as we leave this show today. Miss Catherine.
Thank you, Dr. Judy. I'm so happy to be here with you all. The thing that I would like for you all to know about me is that I am first and foremost a mother of 3 daughters. I'm one of 4 sisters. My whole life, from the earliest memory I have, has been all about women and girls. I am passionate about gender equity and racial justice, and I strive to move the needle forward in those capacities and everything that I do, both in my work as a mother, raising these fierce women, working with the women on the Tallahassee and Leon County Commission on the Status of Women and Girls, where I serve with Dr. Judy, and we work to advise the city and county governments here in Tallahassee and Leon County about how to make this the best community for women and girls possible. I am so grateful to my husband of 15 years, Drew Register. He and I own our own business. We're entrepreneurs. We run a small business, an IT firm here in town that's our Apple authorized service provider in Tallahassee called Florida Pro Computing. And so we have a very busy life of being entrepreneurs, of being parents. And I'm grateful to have the kind of partnership that allows me to also pour my heart into my passion work, which is community organizing and advocating for others in the community who need a voice and who need to be lifted up and connected with others who can empower them. So I'm just really grateful to be here and to learn from all of you. I learn from Dr. Judy on the regular with her powerful voice in the community. And I'm just excited to get to know you all and to continue celebrating Women's History Month together.
That is good. That is good. LaQuisha.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What you want us to know?
Oh, this is hard. Like you said, when you have to tell a little bit about yourself. First, I just want to thank you, Dr. Judy and Barbara, for having me. It is truly, truly an honor. And I was like, me? I'm worthy of celebration. So for me, anyone who knows me knows my heart for God and my heart for his word. So for me, I'm that person that you call when you need someone to stand with you for prayer. I'm someone you call when you need a scripture reference for whatever you're going through. So through my ministry, the journey of Women's Fellowship, that's what we do. You don't even have to be a Christian. Everyone is welcome. It's a time for food, fun, and fellowship. And it's a safe environment where women can come together to share openly. And so that's the kind of space I want to create for women, where you don't feel like someone's going to judge you. You don't feel like someone's going to take whatever you share and post it on Facebook or what have you. But it's a time to come together with other women. And that's why I like what Dr. Judy is doing in the community with Sister Girls and all the events where you have women of different backgrounds and races that come together. So for me, it's hard for me to say who I am. I'm just the person that wants to support women and be there for other women.
And that is very good. That is very good. That is very good. All right, man, this is good. And I hope the audience is getting, Dr. David said, great panel. Rashawn Gillette said, great panel. That's my sister, LaQuisha. So hey, Coach Sam. I mean, this is good. This is good. Next, we have Miss Morgan Evers. Come on in with your beautiful smile and let us hear who you are.
Absolutely. I too struggle when it comes to talking about myself. I am originally from South Florida. I'm the oldest of 4 kids, and I came to Tallahassee for school many years ago and ended up marrying someone from Tallahassee. I am first and foremost a mom to two little ones, Hinton and Finley, who are 6 and 2, and my husband, Matt, who works here in Leon County and Jackson County at Play Big Therapy and Learning Center. And so I started in Tallahassee working on a maternal child health grant at the Children's Medical Services here in Tallahassee with the Florida Department of Health. And I found out and realized very quickly that we had so many kids coming to clinic that were in elementary and middle school and high school that had never been found or had things going on in their family life or developmentally that nobody caught sooner. And so, I started then firmly believing that everyone deserves to be heard and listened to, and on a mission since then to figure out resources in Tallahassee. I am very stubborn. I'm a fierce advocate. When I hear that there is a problem, I like to find solutions. I'm a big collaborator. And so for about 6 years, I worked for the state at Children's Medical Services and wanted to really find out where these littles were before they entered clinic with me over at CMS and Behavioral Health Clinic. And I ended up at the Early Learning Coalition for 8 years and loved it every minute. And I needed both of those experiences a few months ago to basically propel me forward and really put out into the world that I wanted to affect positive change and pour good into the world. And it has been an awesome ride for the last few months, and hopefully making a difference, small and large, across communities, both locally and statewide.
Man, I must agree. This is a great panel. Man, what gems in our community? What gem in our community? I heard somebody say, "Who, me?" Yes, you. You are worthy of celebration, and just me listening to you all even right now, but watching you prior to, man, our city is blessed, Barbara, to have some amazing women in it. Dr. Torres has, and I'm gonna let you lose, Bob. I can see it all over you. You're ready.
Yeah.
But and this is, and as I stated, I have so many women on, but I could take the whole year and honor women, right? This is my show. I could honor women the whole year. I can have Women History Month all year long. All year, I can have Women History and Black History all year. This is my show, right?
Yep.
And I'm getting ready to bring in the voice. I call her the voice, the one and only, Dr. Marcella Torres. Welcome.
Hey. Great day to each and every one of you. Greetings and salutations. I'm excited to be here equally as well. And you're absolutely right, Dr. Judy. You are connected with so many women on different scales. You can take all year. Why not take all year to celebrate the women within our city?
Well, yeah, why not? What's going to stop me, right?
Exactly. Who's going to stop you?
Who can stop me? My goddaughter had on a shirt yesterday, Dr. Torres, and the shirt said, "Behind every successful woman is herself." We never thought of it. Behind every successful woman, I want y'all to take that. It's herself. Dr. Torres, take about 3 minutes to introduce yourself. Some people know you, some people do not. I am honored to have Commissioner Diane Williams Cox on today as well. We mentioned Pastor T and all of you all. Everybody, thank you all so very much for sharing in. If you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
No, not you, Dr. Torres.
Okay.
No. If the audience don't mind, please go ahead and share. Yeah, that shirt said, "Behind every successful woman is herself." Y'all keep that in mind. We're going to talk about that. Go ahead, Dr. Torres.
All right. I am, I'm not a native of Tallahassee, but I've been here for over 36 years. I have enjoyed working within our juvenile justice system, within our foster care system, and within our educational system. I've been in education for over 36 years. I started out when I first came to Tallahassee after completing my degree at Florida State University. in the field strongly in social work, dealing with students in therapeutic crises. I started out with a wonderful organization called Boys Town of North Florida. Worked for them for about 15 years, training foster parents and licensing homes, making the kids fit and ready to go into those therapeutic homes. I moved from that to enter into education, and I worked with a local ministry who started a school, Symphony 7. I worked with that for a couple of years, and I also had the awesome opportunity of being the executive director of Pace Center for Girls, and I did that for about 10 years. Where I learned so much about women, children, and families, which leads me to the current place where I am today. I am the lead principal of a private school, K through 10th grade, located in 3 locations, working in the educational field with school of choice. And so that's what I do on that 9 to 5. Outside of that, I am a licensed minister. I am a motivational speaker. I am an author. Not only that, but I am a life coach. I do have my own group and company by the name of Let's Talk Training and Consulting. So this is what I do on the everyday. I enjoy working with families. I enjoy working with children, and I enjoy working within my city with several different agencies and volunteering and making sure Tallahassee is the best all-American city that there is in the state of Florida and in the nation. It's back to you, Miss Judy.
I think there you go. There you go, Judy.
Yeah, I gave that. Dr. Torres, thank you. So, Barbara, what do you say to these women?
What I'm thinking is I see a couple things here, but I think of every woman here has a mission and that they're super passionate about. So that combination of mission and passion, but then you were also saying behind every strong woman is herself. And then you build upon that herself, plus a sea of sister girls, a sea of women Wednesdays, just this truly is, we're on a mission to make Tallahassee a #1 city for women. And that just bodes very well for this community. And like you said about having a show year round with women, you could do that. And it would be filled with amazing women every single time.
Every single time. And so, Miss Alice, you mentioned, and everybody can get on this, that we have to be prepared to pass the baton of opportunity. That resonated in my spirit. We ladies, you are responsible to pass the baton of opportunity. Morgan, you have worked, and you say that you're a fighter, you're fierce, you'll go at it. What does that passing the baton of opportunity look like to you?
I think that leaving legacy is the biggest thing anyone can do for anyone else, whether they're your own kids or the kids in the community, your coworkers, your peers, letting others know it's okay that they have a voice too. We're all, like you said, Barbara, we're all on a different mission. We're all passionate about very different things, but at the end of the day, it's what motivates us to do right and do right for the next generation of us. And I think that if we can model that in our everyday, both at home, at work, in public, and you mentioned, Dr. Judy, in the beginning that I'm quiet, and I do like to stay under the radar, but I like to move and shake things and set things in motion. And if I can do that, then and have others witness that things are possible, then that's what's important to me.
Okay. Anyone else? What does that look like to you? Go ahead.
I would like to add to that too, Dr. Judy. I think it's the difference. And when you're passing the baton, it's the difference between good to great, great to awesome, and awesome to phenomenal. You can't be in a place where you're intimidated by the next regime that's coming through to fulfill the mission or to secure the plan. And many times in the past, women has been in a place where we could be catty and in an area of competition. I compete with nobody but myself from yesterday. I must be greater than what I did on yesterday. And so when we get to the place where we can pass the baton, run beside the person who's running and allow them to go ahead and take the lead when they're ready, I tell you, we'll be more advanced and in a greater place. It is our obligation and it's our duty to ensure that we do that. Every great leader ensures that there is a contingency plan. There's another plan that's put into place to understand that I won't be running this race always, but I need to make sure that those that's coming up, I secure that baton in their hand and I wish them well as they run on.
Ooh, that's good. I won't be running this race always. Ladies, you all are great now, but you won't be running this. You're gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Am I right, Miss Alice?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you can't run like you used to. And I don't know that. You look like you might be a member. I know you're a personal trainer, so let me not assume that you can't run like that. I won't say that. But what are you about passing that baton? How do we make sure, as Dr. Torres said, I know what a runner. I used to run a 100-yard dash when I was in high school. I wouldn't dare do that now. And I know that the person passing the baton have to be careful how they look behind them because they're running in the front of them. How do we successfully pass that baton to that person without being intimidated in a competition?
Yes, ma'am. I will tell you, but Dr. Torres hit it right on she hit it right on. Oh my gosh, Dr. Torres, you hit it right on. And Dr. Judy, this is how you don't drop the baton. See, that's the key right there. Because being a former track athlete at Florida State University, running the 100 meters, 200 meters, they're individual races. But I thrived on running on that 4x1 relay team because that 4x1 relay team was not just me, but it was 4 ladies. It was 4 girls who practiced over and over and over and over again. We knew each other. We knew each other's strengths. We knew each other's weaknesses. And so we built each other up. We made sure that wherever I was weak at, my teammate built me up in another area. And so when you think about that baton of opportunities, no matter what your profession is, we're all there to encourage and build each other up. And the key that the coach always taught us is you do not drop the baton. How do you not drop the baton? Wow. Because you do exactly what you're doing right now, Dr. Judy. You bring women together, sister girls together. You're networking, you're collaborating, you're educating, you're encouraging, you're building up. All those things, as you do those things, you're strengthening each other, that you know each other, and you're not going to drop the baton because you are passing that baton to your teammate and they're going to run on and pass it to the next person because we are all on the same team. We all have the same heart. We have the same passion, and we will be successful because we're working together.
Wow. Catherine, I'll pass the baton to you. And Morgan, you that last lad bringing up that, Lakeisha, you that last lad bringing up this question. Catherine.
So I really think that for me, passing the baton of opportunity looks like connecting and appreciating with the other women in my life. And, Women Wednesdays and Sister Girls are such perfect examples of this. When we know what each other's goals and dreams are, then we can extend that baton of opportunity to each other to say, hey, I know what you're working on. I know where you want to be in 5 years and 10 years. And I know this person who might help get you there. I can be a voice for you in this room that you're not in yet to say, hey, have you all heard of her and what she's doing? Let's involve her in this conversation. Exactly what you all are doing for us today by bringing us on the show and letting us share about ourselves and our passions. So, I'm not a very competitive person. And so the idea of competing against other people doesn't really resonate with my experience. But this idea of a sisterhood network where people are looking out for me and I'm looking out for them to say, hey, I'm up here. I'm going to extend a hand behind me and pull you up to where I'm at and give you a platform because you value, you matter. And I love what you're working on. Our community needs more of this. that's really my vision for this idea of, sharing opportunities with each other as sisters.
Well, I was going to say, Judy, too, is like thinking about how you learn that. Because, like, you can come from a place of scarcity. Like someone said that to me once. You don't want to come from a place of scarcity. You want to come from a place of abundance. And you may not know that when you first start out. It might be something that you learn over time and develop faith in having that sort of attitude with others. I'm just wondering, did you always feel this way, or is it something that you learn, to have, to carry that baton, share it with others, not come from scarcity?
LaQuisha, unmute yourself.
This is so good. Everybody. And a scripture came to my mind. It's Romans 12:4, and it says, "For as we have many members in one body, but all members don't have the same office." We're all members. So when you're talking about teamwork, when you're talking about passing the baton, my take on passing the baton is you won't pass it if you're not confident in your own self. If you don't have peace in what God called you to do, you're always going to be in competition or jealous of what God called somebody else to do. So the first thing we have to understand is we are not in competition with our sisters. We are not in competition with anyone, because we all have a place in the body. We all have a specific gift and calling. So I pray to the Lord Jesus. I wish I could sing. I cannot sing. That's one gift I wish I had, but I simply do not have that gift. Instead of me being jealous of someone who does have that gift, how can I support that person? So we can't pass the baton if we're always looking at someone else. We can't uplift someone if we're not having peace. And I think as women, we have so many images, so many words coming to us about what we should look like, what we should be like, how we should speak, how we should dress. But it takes a lot to get with yourself and say, you know what, I have peace with who I am. And now I can help someone. When I think about 3 or 4 of you are educators. I have an education degree. I taught in private schools for several years. Just graduated again and got a master's degree in American politics and policy. But the way I teach may not be the way Dr. Torres teaches, but we all have an education degree. So when we have a gift, but a different administration of it, we have to understand that we have to support people. I can't expect Morgan to operate the way I do, even if we have the same training. So and that's what we do at the Journey. We take down the level of competition, because the basic understanding is we all have gifts and we all have a different purpose. There is absolutely no reason why I should be jealous of what you're doing. That's why I love Sister Girls. That's why I love Women Wednesdays, because we're learning so much. And when the different members can work together as a team, then you're getting change in the community. And that's what I liked about the prayer the last 2 days with the Tallahassee. Man, that was a whole other thing. I won't get on there, but that's how the action starts happening. No one was saying, well, you're an Anglican, you're a Methodist, you're Pentecostal, you can't get on the prayer line. It was, who wants to pray for our city, to end the violence, to do what's right? And that's when I saw team coming together, the body coming together, recognizing everyone has a gift and a different administration to do it. So I hope I was able to explain that, but we have to appreciate each other and bring it down a notch when it comes to what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, and you know what? This is absolutely fantastic. You all said so much. There was, when we practice together. When we practice together, we learn each other's weakness. We learn each other's strength. Mm-hmm. We learn each other's goal. We pick up on each other's vision and their heart. And then we're able to direct the person, if necessary, to someone who's doing the exact same thing. And they can build even a greater surge of energy, right? They have a greater power of energy when we take that and pull it together for each other, right? We have one goal here. We got one heart. Listen, all of us want to build people. Everybody I've heard on here today, your concern is the welfare of people. All of us got that same heart and goal. And then LaQuisha come back, and all of us may do it differently. It doesn't mean I'm wrong. It doesn't mean you're right. It means that we're doing it differently based on who we are. My sisters, all four of my sisters, they love fashion. My baby sister, when we hear that girl put on Beyonce stuff, she wear heels. I mean, she's gonna put on makeup every time she leave the house, boy. And she got the makeup on. She have on heel. She have on sweatsuit with high heel tennis shoes. You know. As for me, I like flats and just Converse. I don't like dress up. It takes a woman who knows who she really is to be who she really is and still make a difference, right? And that's what all of you all are doing here. Barbara?
No, I would say for myself, like getting comfortable in my own skin. Sometimes it takes a while to find that in yourself. And when you're finally comfortable in your own skin, you just want to be yourself. So
Barbara asked the question, how do we get here? We always haven't been this confident. You all always haven't been this power woman that you are. I don't guess. Now, I'm just saying. And maybe you I think I came out the womb kind of feisty, So, and then I had parents who kept pushing me and telling me I could do this and I can do that. They told all sis, you can do this and you can do that. And so I do it. Sometimes I make big mistakes and I'm like, oh, snap, shouldn't have done it that way. Sometimes it just mess up completely and I can't even do it again because Humpty Dumpty can't be put back together again, right? So let's talk about that. How have you handled some of your challenges and stuff? Barbara asked, how did you get here? Confident is not, we're not born with confidence. It comes as people keep telling us and we keep doing, just like faith, right? The more we do it, the greater it grows. How did you gain your confidence, you believe? It's open to all of y'all.
For me, Dr. Judy, I would say that conversation and affirmation. Conversation and affirmation. Conversation in the piece of when I don't understand something or understand someone, to take that step, because I meet no strangers, to have that conversation. Why did you do that? Or why did you respond that way? Or why did you say that? And then afterwards, affirmation, thanking individuals for being transparent, thanking them for being honest and moving forward with that. It builds a level of confidence in the individual and within yourself. Sometimes we are afraid to have those conversations. When I first entered into corporate America, I did not realize that my walk and my presentation itself was intimidating to some people until we had conversation. And when they realized that, one, I did not desire to have anything that they had, but my mission was really and focus and goal was on the children and their families. That was the biggest goal. But it took a conversation. Someone had to put that conversation into play. And once they did that, I tell you, I began to thank you for enlightening me. Thank you for removing that stumbling block. Thank you for opening up that passage of communication. That affirmation had to go forth. And from that to me was a stepping stone for confidence.
Thank you. Sister Virginia Daly, the mayor's wife, she put on here, I love this discussion, and I agree with this 100%. All it takes is one person to believe in us, and that gives us permission and courage to own our own confidence. What say ye? What say ye, ladies? Y'all can just jump in the tower.
I love that perspective from Ginny. That's such a great insight there, that we really just need one person to believe in us, and that gives us permission and the courage to step into that confidence. And for me, there have been two things that have helped me find that one person to believe in me. And it's intentionally building community and asking for help. And I think when I was younger and I saw confident women, I assumed that they had gotten there through kind of pulling themselves up and having this natural innate confidence that empowered them. And I didn't realize that in order for me to be filled with that same kind of internal stature, I needed to say, I'm having a really hard time. I am very insecure. I am anxious. I am having a hard time with my mental health. I need help. And reaching out to get mental health support when I felt like I couldn't find my own confidence allowed me to find that one person who was my therapist in that time to say, I believe in you. Let me show you how to believe in yourself. And through doing deep therapy work to look inside of myself to find where my own personal stumbling blocks were, it allowed me to then step into community, knowing that I had a strong internal place to relate to others, and then being able to build those kind of relationships to not just have one person who believed in me, but many, and then to give that gift of believing in others in return. And that's when the good stuff really starts to happen.
Wow. Wow. Come on, ladies. Morgan, Alice, LaQuisha.
For me, I think it's getting that confidence. It's not a one-time thing. It's something that you have to continuously work on and continuously tell yourself. And one book that I really liked, and I think I mentioned this on Women Wednesdays, Barbara, at one point, was Becoming by Michelle Obama, because it talks about the different stages. She had different careers. She had, different moments in her life where she had to reevaluate herself. And I think as women, it may sound cliche, but sometimes there are times in your life when that one person is you, when you are the only one who believes in what you're doing. And it's important that you don't feel like you're not important enough. And so when I started my ministry, I would literally set everything up and 0 people would come. No one. Nobody showed up. And this happened a couple times. But I had to tell myself, I'm not going to give up, because I know what I'm called to do. I know what I'm supposed to do. And that takes a lot. And Dr. Judy, I think you mentioned faith. Sometimes you got to have faith in yourself. I mean, the women of the resume that each woman said about her career choices, even in the workplace, you're trying to perform and escalate in the workplace. You have to believe in yourself, because sometimes you might not have anyone to see it. Not that it will always be like that, but sometimes you have to literally, whether, I think Dr. P mentioned it, writing positive affirmations to yourself, I'm telling y'all what happened to me. If we can be real, I had several seasons where I had to tell myself, you can do this. You deserve to be in this space. You can be here. And that takes a lot to do, especially when everyone is telling you you can't, you're not supposed to be here. Who sent you? And I don't know where that comes from, without being too deep. It comes from within. God, it comes from somewhere else that's beyond who you are. But I just want to encourage women that sometimes it will just be you. You can have a husband, kids, doing the day-to-day. And sometimes we still have to take time out for ourselves to say, you know what? You're not perfect, but you're here. You deserve to be here. You're going to keep progressing, and don't give up on yourself. And so I would encourage women to do that. It may be just you for a season.
And for me, Dr. Judy, I know I always go back to sports, but I will tell you, sports taught me a lot of values that I use in my life today. I mean, that's who I am. Mm-hmm. As a young girl, I tell you, the person that helped me with my confidence was my mother. Mm-hmm. My mother instilled in me that you can do anything if you set your heart and your mind to doing it. And so that confidence started in me as a young girl. And it came from being instilled in me as a young girl. Now, have I had challenges? Have I had to overcome obstacles in my life? Absolutely. But I have the sports background taught me how to never quit and to never give up. Now, I may not place first in every event that I ran, but as long as I finished, and as long as I finished strong, that's where my confidence was built. And it's not just in the competition field, but just in life in general. As a personal trainer, I train women all the time, encouraging them to live a healthier lifestyle. And each one of those ladies that are in my exercise class are on a different fitness level. And so I tell them, don't look at the next person next beside you. You are working out based on your abilities and everything. So you go at your pace. Don't try to go at nobody else's pace. And you go at your own pace. And as you go at your pace, just don't stop. Make sure you finish. And then the word can't. We don't use the word can't. We remove that because we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And then when I think about that confidence, I am what I am. Whatever I've accomplished, it's all because of God who has been there, my family and everybody. And so that confidence is a combination of so many different things. God, my parents, my mother, people that I know, my coaches, my mentors, all of that is a combination of the confidence that has helped me to be who I am today.
I love it. Morgan, I love it. You all are powerful.
I think for me, you know, it's a world of a difference. You're surrounded by women who support you, who listen, who value your background, your strengths. And then you walk into a room where that may not be present and you lose yourself a little bit. And you have to be willing to recognize at the end of the day and self-reflect, am I who I am and who I really want to be truly today? What can I do better tomorrow? Communication has been huge for me over the years. You know, so many times it's miscommunication or lack of communication from others. You know, and there's that question of, you know, the trauma-informed care piece of, instead of saying, what's wrong with you, more of what happened. Tell me about what happened, because this is where I am and who you know, this is how I function. I'm not what happened. You know, let's go for, and really keeping a positive intent mindset, you know, taking each day and taking what you can grab that's positive. And, you know, I'm a big believer that no isn't always the right answer. And if there is a will, there's a way. And I've been very fortunate over the last 15 years of being in Tallahassee that I've found other women to support each other, and we can play off of each other's strengths and connect. If I didn't have the ability to connect others, whether it be children or peers, coworkers, different businesses, you name it, women to women, I know I wouldn't be happy. Connecting others is what makes me happy. So I look for that in my everyday. And if I don't have that, then I need to reevaluate where I am. But, you know, always being willing to have those conversations, and as uncomfortable as they may be, have them anyway, because at the end of the day, when you have those conversations, you learn more about each other, more about yourself, and you're just in a better place to move forward and do great things.
Man, this is awesome. This is awesome. So many comments. Thank you, audience. They're making comments on there. If you have any questions, ask these ladies. We have just a few more minutes, but ladies, you all have said so many things, and there's so much takeaway here. One of the things that we have to understand as sisters, we must be able to communicate. I think it was Catherine who stated, it is okay to find you someone to say, I'm not feeling this today. I'm not feeling it today. Today might be my breaking day. Would you help me? And ladies, we can't trust everybody. You can't trust everybody. So you have to be intentional. And there's somebody who need you. There's someone who need you. And when you get off of here today, they're gonna look for you, because you're saying you can make it. This is powerful. And you're giving our audience that. And they're believing what you're saying. And so you have to be intentional, right? You have to be intentional about helping others and helping yourself. My sisters are here and the sisters listening. It is okay to take care of you. It is okay to pat you on the back. Sometimes you have to do that. And this is what I've learned, LaQuisha. There is somebody who always believe in you. There's somebody who always believe in you. You just got to make sure you find them. Now, my sisters and my mama, my husband, my covenant friend, my best friend, they'll say, Judy, that was good. And they'll also say, Pastor Judy, what do you mean to happen out of this? And Dr. Therese says something that I think is very important. I want y'all to hear this. Sometimes we get a misunderstanding of what's being said. And we run off of that misunderstanding instead of going back to the person and said, what did you mean by that? Or as therapists taught us, they would say, so when this happened, how did that make you feel? I'm not going to say, Miss Alice, you just da. And now I'm feeling, no. Miss Alice, when you did this, I felt this. This is not a counseling show. I've just learned, I'm just sharing this. But when you did this, I felt. We have to take that back, that ownership to ourselves. And then we have to get an understanding with everybody. Man, we don't have enough time to do this show. And I need to bring y'all back next week. But so you all can finish. But y'all, let's, I heard LaQuisha said, Morgan stated about this make me happy. Y'all take a minute. What make you happy? Tell me what make y'all happy. Tell me what make you happy. We're talking about the connection. What makes you happy? I'm gonna tell you what make me happy. Being with people who love having fun. 95% of the time, I just want to laugh. And even in church, I don't like boring church. I'm not a quiet. I don't like boring church. And what's boring to me is just sitting there quietly. I can't do. That's me. I don't like quiet church. Some people do it. I don't. Okay. I'm a noisy crew. Morgan, I like it. I want the bass. I want the drum. That's right there what Yolanda wrote. I feel done about that because of this. And it's okay. It is okay for you to feel the way you feel. Okay, as that shirt my goddaughter had on, behind every successful woman is herself. If you don't do what you're doing and make good sense, then you won't be where you are. So what make you happy, Morgan?
Living room dance parties with my kids makes me happy. Introducing them to old school music from, back when I was growing up and high school, and just having fun with them, being outdoors with my whole family, and a really good cup of coffee. And of course, people make me happy. Every kind of person you can ever think of makes me happy. Just to listen and hear who they are and their story. Everyone has a story and they all make me happy.
I love it. How old are you, may I ask? You keep acting like you like really old. How old are you?
I'm not really old. I'll be 36 in 2 weeks.
Okay, you're not really old. Okay, back in the day, and I've been here for 30 years. Okay, we got it. That is great. LaQuisha, what make you happy?
Back in the day, no, I'm joking. Man, what makes me happy? I mean, spending time with my family, with my husband, my daughter, even with this whole COVID situation, she's in brick and mortar school now, but just to be able to pick her up from school, talk about her day, have more time, not be in the hustle and bustle of, we got to get somewhere. We only have this amount of time. Makes me happy taking walks, catching the breeze outside, coming home watching Star Trek reruns. That's and really what makes me happy too is seeing other people walk in their purpose. You know, when you have been knowing someone for years or even decades, and they call you and they say, well, you remember back in 2006 when we prayed about this has happened. Or when I see my friends on Instagram or Facebook, and some are actresses in LA or doing something in New York, or that makes me happy, because I'm like, man, I know how hard you work to get there. So seeing other people blessed and achieving their goals, that honestly makes me happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else? Come on. Catherine, what makes you happy?
You know, I love something that I think of as flow. Do y'all know what I'm talking about when I say flow? Like that moment when things are clicking and it's all happening. Yeah, exactly, Dr. Torres. And that can be in any scenario. It could be with my kids where, you know, like I picked out a story to read them and they're doing some fun art project and there's beautiful music playing, and that gorgeous moment is happening. Or in a situation like this where we're all talking together and we're connecting, and people in the chat are providing really great insight, and you know, you could just kind of feel the energy of the moment rising. I love that. And particularly as a mom of school-aged kids in the pandemic, those moments are so hard to come by in my life right now. And so when they do happen, it just really lights me up and gets me so excited.
Yes, yes. Come on. Who else? Miss
I'll
Alice,
jump in. I'll chime right on in. It's about to get a little noisy. My kids are changing classes at this time. Hey, I like it, and that's why I did this right here. What makes me happy is being with family and friends and watching the people whom I'm blessed and have the opportunity to serve when the light bulb cut on and they're able to fulfill destiny and meet purpose. I feel like I'm at my best because I'm doing what I was created to do, to lead them to the place where God has created them and he's purposed for them to do a certain task. When they get there, that is just pure bliss for me. It's when that light bulb cut on and they're able to see it, and they're able to run after it. I tell you, I am most happy with my family and my friends and seeing individuals accomplish their goals.
Wow, that is awesome. Miss Alice.
Yes, ma'am. I am happy. I don't know if there's anybody who have grandchildren, but I will tell you this. I love my family. I love my children. I love my grandchildren. Spending time with my grandchildren and seeing my family happy. If they're happy, I'm happy. You know, you heard that if mama happy, everybody happy.
Everybody happy.
Yeah, so that is something. But the other part that makes me happy is my ability to love people and for them to love me back.
Yes,
that makes me happy, knowing that I'm loved and that I can love others. And then the final thing is knowing that God has a purpose for me, and that it makes me wake up every day happy, knowing that God has a purpose and a plan for me in this day. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. That's my happiness.
My Lord, this is absolutely. My sister come on and said Safari make her happy. Safari is her grandson, and he'll be 5 May 1st, and he is a character. He's all of them, all the Marvel characters, everybody. Y'all, this is absolutely fantastic. This is good. This is very good. Ladies and gentlemen, you have met some of the most remarkable women in our society, in our community, who's worthy of celebration. And as I stated, ladies, we have a certificate, a woman worthy of celebration for you. And we have a surprise coming your way that's going to be delivered to you. And we are excited about you getting it. And so many things. What made me happy too is seeing all these mighty women coming together to support each other, seeing all of us pouring out to someone else to make someone else happy. I love it. In my Rotary Club yesterday, I told them that one of my pet peeves is to see people look down on anybody. I do not like that. I do not like that at all. Just because somebody is in a place does not mean being with my family and friends, good music, a strong cup of coffee with M&Ms, and helping others produce their dreams into reality. That's my covenant friend right there. Yep. This is so awesome. Thank you, Iveta. I hope I said it right. My sister said, Jesus, family, friends, and accomplish my goals. Yes, yes, yes. And this is good. And so, y'all, this is what it's all about. So we have about 5 minutes left. We have 5 of y'all here. I want you all to speak into the heart of the women and people who are listening. Your voice is important. What you have to say means something. And right now, this is your moment. This is your stage. You got an audience. I want you to own this floor. I want you to get that mic. And my sister says she make her happy. I make her happy. Oh, she said she make her happy. I thought she said I make her happy. She make her happy. Us eating oysters together, you know. But this is your moment. This is your moment. I don't know who the oldest out of LaQuisha, Morgan, or Catherine. I don't know. So what we'll do, we'll go in alphabetical order. Miss Alice, I want to save you for last. So we'll have Catherine, LaQuisha, Marcella, Morgan, and Miss Alice. You will close this wonderful session out. Ladies, it is your time. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to your front the one and only Miss Catherine Register, followed by Miss LaQuisha Persett, followed by Miss Morgan Effers. Next, Dr. Marcella Torres. And to close out this wonderful Tuesday, Woman's Worthy of Celebration, will be Miss Alice Sim. Miss Catherine Register, it is on you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Judy. It's such a privilege to be here, and I just feel so encouraged and inspired by our time together. I get to spend a lot of time in my work with the Commission on the Status of Women and Girls learning about what people in our community are dealing with right now. And one thing that I don't get to talk publicly about enough is what's facing young mothers in our community right now, here in Tallahassee and throughout the nation and really around the world. The lack of parent education and support for young parents is a major issue, and it's something that we as sister girls can actually do something about. And just in closing, I want to encourage you all that young parents need the life wisdom of people who are older than them. They need the support of their peers to come alongside of them, to lift them up and empower them in raising the next generation. So if you're listening today, my fellow women on this panel, please be inspired after our conversation today to reach out to someone, a young parent, a mother or a father in your life, and either offer them some physical support, see if you can bring some extra food by, give them some babysitting or even some help with, school supplies or expenses that they have that are beyond what they can handle right now, or just give them that emotional support, that connection, that appreciation, the affirmation that we all need. Young mothers, particular right now in the pandemic, need that help. So reach out to someone in your life today and you really can make a difference.
First, I just want to thank you, Dr. Judy, for having me. Seriously, it could not have come at I don't want to say better time, but at a more prophetic time in my life that this really has blessed me truly. You don't even know to the extent. I want to share with the women who are watching today. I've been listening to a song. Some of you may have heard about it. It's a gospel song and it's called You're Gonna Live. You're Gonna Live to See It Happen. And 2020 tried to take out who it could take out. Seriously, it really did. Life is short for you not to go after your dreams. Life is too short for you not to do what you feel in your heart to do, whether it's to start a business, a ministry, a career change, or just go on a trip, a vacation. You need to live your life right now. You need to put those things in motion. We get stuck in a lot of the day-to-day things, going to work, doing it. But I just want to let you know, if you're still here, you're going to live to see it happen, whatever it is. And only you and God know what it is in your life that you are believing in God for. But you will live to see those things happen. Just don't give up. Don't give up and step out of fear. Step out of fear of, well, what are they going to think, or what will they say? It doesn't matter. This is your life. You have one life to live. You need to go after it. Go get it. This is the time. There is no time like this time. Okay. There is no present like today, like right now. Well, in a 2 weeks and 3 weeks, no, start making those plans now. It'll be hard. It'll be difficult. But it is your life. It is yours to live. And I personally want you to live to see it happen. Not at a funeral where somebody's saying, oh, you wanted to do this, but do it. Do it for you. So go live your life. Do what you want to do. Don't let fear, don't let it hold you back. So go for it. And I'm praying for everybody out there that you will walk into all that God has for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right.
I thought Morgan was before me.
Okay. I was going alphabetically, but if A coming on, go, Dr. Therese.
I'll go in a short synopsis. I tell you the thing that I don't get enough time to actually speak on or share with parents and those who are really, really interested in our kids learning, their welfare and their education, is that you cannot allow a private school or a public school to do all of the teaching for your particular child. There has to be a level of personal investment. I need parents to wake up and stay woke. You know, the level and conditioning of your child, you have to take the time daily to ensure that they're learning the things that they need to know that's going to allow them to be a productive citizen and be everything that they've been created to be. We're leaving it up in the hands of individuals that we were never supposed to give it over to. It was supposed to be an extended tool to assist us for what we do in the home. School was never meant to be home. It was meant to be that, a place to go and to dive in and get additional learning. So, you know, I admonish every parent that's out there, you know, encourage your child to read on a daily basis. If your child is past third grade and they don't know their timetables, learn them together if you don't know them, so that they'll be on point. But please, by all means, and this is coming from a principal for over 30-something years, don't allow it just to the school system. We can't do it alone. We need your help.
Amen.
All right. I guess I would say for those of you watching that everyone deserves happy, and to find your happy. And no matter what choices you've made in life to get you to where you are today, you still deserve happy. So to not discredit yourself and your abilities, and to not be afraid of failure. You need failure and that feeling of failure and understanding that feeling of failure to really propel you to succeed and understand failure and grow from it. And I really am big on people that you have in your life, whether you've met them for a minute at a crosswalk, or you took class with them, or they were a coworker or a family member. Everyone along your way helped build you. You either decided you wanted to be like them, or they taught you something, or you decided that's definitely not what you want to be like in life. And so I'm really big on gratitude, and I would just put it out there that if you can think of somebody who helped you become who you are today, you may not have told them thank you already. Reach out to them if they are alive, write them a letter, a handwritten letter, call them on the phone, send them a message, tell them thank you. And science shows that you actually giving gratitude is more beneficial for you than for those who are receiving it. So I encourage you to find somebody along your way to say thank you to today. And thank you for having me here on your show today, Dr. Judy.
Thank you. Miss Allen.
Yes, to all of my sisters, all the sister girls, the sisters that are on the ladies that shared, and to all of you that are out listening and watching on Facebook Live or what have you. I am so honored to be your sister. And what I would say to you is this. I want you to visualize yourself with that baton of opportunity in your hand. Every one of you, visualize that. Then I want you to think about what you have done as an individual to be the subject matter expert, the professional, whatever you do, whatever your profession is. You've worked hard to be who you are. You've worked hard to get that education and that degree. So I call you my sisters, and you are subject matter experts. With that baton in your hand, I want you to realize that you are the only person that is gifted in your area. And if you drop that baton, it could cost the life of a child. It could cost the life of an elderly person. It's your responsibility, ladies. I'm encouraging you to not drop the baton, that you practice, and you keep practicing to be an expert at what you do, that you be excellent at what you do, because you are the best that we have, ladies. You are the best that we have. And there's 4 D's that I live by every day that I want to share with you. Dedication, determination, discipline, and drive. I'm asking you ladies to be dedicated, be determined, be disciplined, and be driven to be the best that you are so that you can impact your communities as you do. And then my motto in life is no excuses. Don't make no excuses, ladies. Keep practicing for excellence, ladies. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't drop the baton. And if you do fall down, brush yourself up, ladies. Get back up and keep moving forward. Because, ladies, that baton of opportunities is going to save somebody's life and make a difference in somebody's life. Thank you so much, Dr. Mandrell.
My, what an awesome show. Come on, what an awesome show. This has been absolutely fantastic. Ladies, thank you. Miss Alice, Miss Catherine, Miss LaQuisha, Dr. Therese, Miss Morgan, thank you all so very much. I ask those of you again, go ahead and share this on your page. This information is worth everybody listening to. I want to thank you all for being a great audience. I want to thank everybody for your participation. Thank you so very much. You have been listening to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. And I want to say to Mother Shirley Pittman, Mother Lorena James, and those of you who've been making comments, thank you. Thank you. You all have kept this show alive. My sister, Carolyn Waddell, said another awesome show. Though my baby sister there, and Danette and my family, y'all, they keep me going. And so do all you wonderful ladies. Priscilla, thank you for another great production. Absolutely appreciate you. Y'all be blessed, and let us keep practicing that we can pass this baton without dropping it to the next generation. Until next Tuesday, I see you in the future. Ladies, I see us in the future, and we are making things happen greater than you ever imagined. That's Real Talk. Thank you.
Real Talk with Judy. Real Talk with Judy on the radio. Real Talk with Judy. Real Talk with Judy.